Have you ever wondered why finding love seems so challenging? We tend to point our fingers at external things, but what if the key to unlocking love is within us? Today we are exploring the possibility that we may be single because in certain ways, we may be difficult to love. But before we get into it, make sure that you go and download your free ebook called 8 Principles to Master Your Relationships that's in our description below. When it comes to relationships, it's so easy to blame our external factors and struggles. Like the dating pool is too small, people are too picky, or we just haven't found the right person yet. What if the real issue lies within us? Perhaps we have difficult behaviors that make us difficult to love. It is important to us to take a step back and reflect on the patterns that are happening within our relationship and be open to making changes if it's required. By doing so, we're going to open ourselves up to more fulfilling and connected relationships. So the overall question is, are you difficult to love? This is a question that most of us have asked ourselves at some point in our lives. The first step in addressing this issue is becoming more self-aware. Are you in touch with your emotions, your desires, and your insecurities? It is so important for you to reflect on these so you're able to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Once you understand these, you are going to be better equipped to communicate more effectively and to establish healthy boundaries within your relationship. For an example, think back to a time when you were not in touch with your emotions, and how did that affect your communication with someone else? Perhaps you were angry and frustrated, and instead of taking the time to acknowledge how you were feeling, instead you lashed out at someone else. By being more self-aware, you would have been able to recognize those emotions and take a step back in order for you to communicate how you're feeling in a more constructive way. In addition to improving your relationships and your communication, self-awareness can also lead to personal growth and personal development. By understanding your own strengths and weaknesses, you're able to work and build upon these to become the best version of yourself. Then we move on to point 2, which is effective communication, which is crucial to any successful relationship. It is a foundation in which trust, understanding, and respect is built. Being able to express your emotions openly and honestly is a sign of emotional maturity and intelligence. But what if you don't communicate effectively and you bottle things up and you don't communicate things clearly? There is hope, and there are things that you can do to improve this. Communication skills can be taught and improved with practice and effort. I have a whole course that teaches you how to effectively communicate within your relationships, so I'll leave that in the description below. However, one way that you can improve your communication within your relationship straight away is by actively listening to what the other person is saying. This could look like asking questions to clarify any misunderstandings and acknowledging how they're feeling and what their perceptions are. This also means avoiding distractions and giving the other person your undivided attention. Another way you can improve your communication skills is being mindful of your body language and your tone of voice. Nonverbal cues such as facial expressions, gestures, and posture can convey a lot of information and affect the way that the message is received, just the same as the tone of your voice can influence the emotional context of your words. By improving your communication skills, you can become more approachable, more relatable, and more empathetic. This can help you build stronger relationships, resolve more conflicts more effectively, and achieve your professional and personal goals. Moving on to tip number 3, where empathy is your superpower when it comes to relationships. It's the ability to understand and share feelings with another person, which leads to you creating a deeper emotional bond and a deeper level of trust. If you're not sure if you're empathetic enough with your partner's feelings and emotions, there are a few ways that you can cultivate more empathy in your relationships. Firstly, practice active listening, which we just spoke about. This means fully focusing on your partner and what they're saying without interrupting and without offering a solution straight away. Instead, show them that you're really listening by acknowledging how they're feeling and repeating back to them what they've said to you in your own words. Secondly, Put yourself in your partner's shoes. This means imagining you're in their situation and see it from their point of view. This can help you understand their feelings and their needs on a deeper level. And finally, be patient with yourself and your partner. Building empathy takes time and it takes effort. So don't be so hard on yourself and expect instant results. Remember, by being more empathetic can make you a better partner, and it's worth the investment in your relationship. Tip number 4, taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's essential. Do you prioritize your mental and emotional well-being? Practicing self-care not only makes you healthier and happier, it also makes you more attractive to your potential partner. By prioritizing your mental and emotional health, it can help you live a more fulfilling life in the long run and also impact your relationship in a positive way. Practicing self-care can improve your overall self-esteem, reduce stress, and increase your overall happiness. This will make you a more attractive partner because people are drawn to others who exceed confidence and positivity. Additionally, self-care can also improve your physical health because exercising regularly and eating a balanced, healthy diet all falls within self-care. So go ahead, go and book that yoga class, go take the bubble bath, and go book that vacation that you've been wanting to have. And remember, taking care of yourself isn't only beneficial to you, however, also for those around you. Tip number 5 is life is a journey of growth and learning. It is a process of constant transformation that requires you to be open to personal growth and personal development. It's important to embrace change and have a growth mindset in order to have a meaningful relationship. A growth mindset enables you to see value in challenges and to see failures as opportunities for growth and development. It is the belief that your ability can be developed through dedication and hard work, rather than fixed traits that can't be changed. By having a growth mindset, you can foster a sense of resilience and adaptability, which are essential qualities in navigating the ups and downs within life. Overall, having a growth mindset helps you maintain a positive outlook towards life, even when you face adversities. A growth mindset is a key component of personal development and growth, which can lead to a fulfilling life. Tip number 6. It is important for you to establish healthy boundaries within your relationship so you maintain self-worth and ensure that your needs are being met. By setting clear boundaries within your relationship, you're not only improving your own happiness in your relationship, but also making yourself more attractive and more respected in your partner's eyes. Boundaries can take many forms, such as communicating your needs and expectations, setting limits on certain behaviors, and defining what is and isn't acceptable in your relationship. By doing this, you are creating a framework for a healthy and fulfilling relationship that is based on mutual respect and understanding. Remember, setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of self-awareness and self-care. Tip number 7, let's talk about something that we've all been through: holding grudges and holding on to past hurts. We've all been there, right? But here's the deal. It can make you a bit tricky to love. Think about a past time when you just couldn't let go of a certain issue in the relationship. It's like carrying a really heavy backpack full of negativity. We've all been there, and it affects the way that we communicate, our mood, and our future relationships. But guess what? We are going back to our superpower of forgiveness. And this isn't saying, hey, yep, that's all good, and pretending like nothing happened. No, it is about letting go of all of the negativity. It's about healing your own heart. Imagine the weight lifted off your shoulders when you decide to forgive. It's like opening the curtains and letting the sun shine in. It's a gift you give to yourself. It's a step to strengthening and healing your relationships. Now to our final tip, which is tip 8. The key is authenticity. Are you being true to yourself in your relationship? Are you trying to be someone that you're not? Being genuine and authentic attracts the right people into your life. In a world that sometimes makes us feel like we have to fit a mold, authenticity says, this is me, take it or leave it. And that's pretty darn cool. Think back to the times when you pretended to be someone that you weren't to try and fit in with other people around you. How did that make you feel? Probably not great. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work. When you are being authentic, you attract the people that vibe with you. You create a space where trust and respect can grow naturally. It's like a magnet to meaningful connections. So here's the question. Are you keeping it real in your relationship, or are you pretending to be someone that you're not? Then in conclusion, now that you have all of these tips, the question still remains, are you difficult to love? It's a question worth asking, not out of criticism, but out of the desire to grow and become the best version of yourself. Remember, the journey to self-improvement is ongoing, and every step you take gets you closer to a more fulfilled life that has deeper connections. If you're having troubles finding love, take a step back and reflect on your own attitudes and behaviors. By working on your self-awareness and working on yourself, you can create a more fulfilling, lasting relationship. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to watch more content just like this one. And don't forget to download your free ebook in the description. It has even more valuable insights on how to level up your love life.